Good morning and welcome to Thursday. I'm so glad to be here and I'm so glad that you are too. So, I was out for my morning walk today in the woods, which I am loving the opportunity to be able to hike out into the woods. And I was thinking about the process of making transitions and doing new things. And the clients and other phone calls, other conversations that I've had this past week have really all had this same theme of going into new things and feeling frustrated that the new thing hasn't already acclimated or adjusted. And so, as I've been meditating on it and thinking, I'm like, adjusting to new things takes time. Even if the new thing is really good, even if the new thing you've been like expecting it to happen, there's still this time period of adjustment, of transition that has to occur in order to get from not having it to feeling really comfortable with it in your life. And so, even in my own journey right now, as Troy and I are traveling around the country, I am noticing myself go through that transition. We've been traveling where we're away from family and away from, like, we're full time in the van and full time on just the two of us camping and so forth. And it's been about just a little over a month. It's been like 6 weeks probably that we've been doing that totally on our own. Um, and it's an adjustment. It's an adjustment to figure out like how to move around the van, the two of us together, and how to, just do our morning routine and figure out how to work together during the day and how to make meals. And even in this situation where it's like a fun kind of a thing, right? I mean, we're doing this 6-month honeymoon with great purpose and great intention to lay the foundation of our marriage, to really dig in deep. We're on chapter 3, resolving conflict of the marriage course. So we're going through as much content, talking about as many things as we can think of to talk about, getting lots of resources to help us do that, and talking about, the future as it relates to business, as it relates to money, as it relates to our dreams, where we're going to live, all of those things. And all of those things are really good. And at the same time, we're also doing this new thing of traveling full time. And so there's an adjustment. And we just had a lovely conversation this past weekend talking about the unsettled feeling that we're both experiencing and recognizing, oh, this is just an adjustment period. And so I want to encourage you with whatever you're doing in your life, whatever it is that's going on now that feels new, that's different. And we've had so much new and different going on this past year. I don't think anyone is immune to having some new or different thing going on in your life. Whether it's the way you work, or it's you're working from home instead of going to the office, or your kids are at home instead of going to school, or just the numerous ways in which life has changed for us over this past year, to allow yourself some time to really transition. And the way that I work with clients on transitions and adjustment is having a plan and being super intentional about the transition, to be able to take as much control and responsibility as you can and put it into practice, that you have an intentional plan to be able to embrace the change, to be able to embrace the transition. So something pops up and it's something unexpected, right? Some sort of health condition, something pops up unexpectedly. It's like the best way to deal is to have a plan. Like, oh, here's this thing, it's popped up. Okay, let's put together some basic steps of a plan that will help us deal with this thing. Or maybe you've been putting off needing to lose weight. You're recognizing that your body doesn't feel right. You feel uncomfortable in your body. Over this past year, there's been more stress. You've eaten more. And now you're at a point where you're like, man, I have to do something about this. Okay, make a plan, set up a timeline, the next 6 months, the next year, whatever it is, and lay out some specific steps and get some specific supports in place to be able to help you successfully complete that transition, that adjustment. And then give yourself a lot of space and compassion for being in a transition period in that particular slice of the pie, no pun intended, of your life, right? So there'll be some parts of your life that are very stable, very consistent, and not having a lot of new stuff. And then other parts of life that have a whole bunch of new things going on, like Troy and I out here full time on the road for the next 3 months. Being able to really embrace all of the newness that we are taking on, intentional planning is a must. So I hope that helps you guys. Please comment below. Let me know how it helps you, how you are experiencing change, how are you experiencing new things, and any particular tips and strategies that you are using to manage them successfully. All right. As always, have an amazing day. Go do that thing you most want to be doing, and I'll talk to you soon.